Hello everyone, welcome you all to the channel TechnoKicks. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel TechnoKicks. Please hit the bell icon for more interesting updates. So today we'll start with the first session with Azure Devops. Let's see the features of the Azure Devops and let's get started. So this is your creator Ravi, and today we'll be starting our first session on the Azure DevOps, and then we'll look into the features that are being provided by the Microsoft on the Azure DevOps, and then we'll see what is the in-depth of the Azure DevOps and what are the features that we can use and how this is going to help us in learning the DevOps as a tool going forward. Okay, so we'll be creating more number of videos on this. So I request you all to please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And for more interesting updates, please hit the bell icon as well. So what is DevOps? So DevOps is the union of people, process, and products to enable the continuous delivery of value to your end users. So that means so it starts with the phasing of the planning phase till development. It goes on, then build and test phase, then deployment phase, and then operate phase, and then monitoring it, and then delivering it. So this is the complete phase of the continuous delivery, and this goes on. And when you do it this continuously, so then we call it as continuous delivery. And then so this is how we deliver to the end users based upon the new process that we are following is a DevOps process. So how Microsoft is helping us in achieving this, or how Microsoft can help us? So the Microsoft Azure is a powerful and flexible foundation for past, present, and future apps. So it can easily build and deploy any apps or any stack or massive global network using your favorite tools and frameworks. So as I said, the features that has been provided by Microsoft is a flexible. So one is like it is flexible. Either you can, it's of your choice whether you wanted to use IaaS model or PaaS model or any public cloud, or you wanted to use any hybrid. Yeah, you can use this. So Microsoft Azure is basically it is very flexible, and you can use that in any manner you wanted. And it is also very powerful as well. So the powerful is like it will instantly improve the performance by using the scalability and resilience of your apps by moving them to the cloud. So basically increasing your business agility with the cloud native capability and built in for the DevOps for the continuous innovations. So that is very powerful with the Azure. And then also it is an open source where you can bring your own you can bring your own applications, and you can build of your own choice the things, and then Azure will support you already which are already in use, and you can get you can run them very fast. So what technologies do I need to support this Azure this DevOps? So if you ask me the what technology do I need, so you just need uh, the CI, what you need to learn what is the complete meaning of continuous integration, and then what is the continuous deployment, and then what is continuous learning and monitoring. So if you're aware of this, yeah, then you can go ahead and you can learn this Azure DevOps as a tool, and you can complete all your the CI/CD things on this platform. So what is continuous integration is like improve the software development and quality of the speed. And you either you can use when you're using Azure pipelines or Jenkins to build your apps in your cloud and then deploy to Azure. Each time you commit a code, it will automatically build and test your application, and then if there are any bugs detected, it will be very faster. So that's the where the continuous integration is. We'll look into that how the pipe how what do you mean by commit code, and then what is automatically built up, how what is this automatic build, what is automation testing. So we'll get into touch in that each other in then separate videos. So today let's go ahead. So today is like a continuous the next topic is continuous deployment. So by combining the continuous integration and your infrastructure as a code, you will be achieving the identical deployments and the confidence to deploy the production at any time. So you can deploy you by combining the CI plus CD, you can achieve the confidence to deploy the production at any time without any manual intervention. So that is where the CI CD is. So with the continuous deployment, you can automate the entire process from the code commit to the production if your CI/CD tests are successful. So that's how you can do the continuous deployment as well. So now let's see the continuous learning and continuous monitoring. So with Azure App Insights, where you can identify how your applications are performing, and the test of the recent deployments made is better, is it better or it is worse or something, what is the state of the latest commit that you have done, and what is the test plan that it is generated. So based on that, you can judge the thing that is how your application is working with an application inside. So using the CI/CD practices paired with monitoring tools, you will be able to safely deliver your features to your customers as soon as they are ready. So just monitoring them with the monitoring tools. So there are many monitoring tools that are available in the market. Either you can just go ahead with SolarWinds, Jeritos, and then you have Nagios. So you have many monitoring tools. So which suits better for your application. So we need to integrate that with the code that we have built on, or the application that we have built on. So completely, this is what is the technology overview, and this is what the technologies that you need to be familiar with. So now let's see the features that have been provided, or introduction to Azure DevOps. Let's see what are the features that is providing by the Azure DevOps from the Microsoft. So the Microsoft provides you, these are the features that they are collaborating and providing you on the single platform as a Azure DevOps, and formerly it is known as Visual Studio Team Services. It is VSTS. The thing is, like, it gives you the Azure boards, where it is like one of the ITSM tool, you can call it as, and where you can get the features of it. And for example, let's say you wanted to track something, or you wanted to have a tracking of the tickets, or you wanted to track some features. Yes, you can go you and use the Azure DevOps, Azure boards. So then coming to the pipelines. So pipelines is nothing but building and testing and deploying the CI/CD works to any language or any platform to the cloud, and you can also connect to the GitHub or any other Git provider and deploy continuously. So that is also so we have many number of integrations or the source that we can get it from the different valuable areas, and we can use them, and we can use to build the pipelines. And then we have the Azure repos. So any organization or any working product, you require some source control where you can store some data on it, and you need to be very confident, like, okay, my source code is here, my developer can access it, and the development can be done in a very good manner. So that is where you get unlimited and cloud hosted private Git repos, and as well as collaborating the build to better code with the pull request and advanced file management. So all this stuff you get it in the Azure repos. So then the next feature is Azure test plans. So this is a test plan is like you can write your own or automation scripts related to your product, and you can test them and ship them with the confidence using the manual and exploratory testing tools as well. Then you have the Azure artifacts, where you create host and share the packages with your team, and add an artifact to your CI/CD pipeline with a single click. So this is what. So this is just a basic introduction, like what are the features that are been available in the Azure DevOps. So slowly we'll be going in depth of each and every one. We'll see. We'll give you a little bit feedback about it and how to do what is in depth of these things. So let's get started. Let's see what we have on the Azure boards. So what do you mean by Azure boards? A little bit intro I'll give you on the Azure board side, and then we can see in depth of them, how it looks and what is the data that we have it inside the demo session. The Azure DevOps, Azure bots. So let's track it. So why we use Azure bots? As I mentioned earlier, it is one of the ITSM tool, we call it as. So like you can track work with the Kanban boards or backlog and team dashboards, and custom reporting also is available on these boards, where you can connect from idea to release. So track all your ideas to every development stage and keep them aligned with all the code changes linked directly to the work items. And you can use the built-in scrum boards and planning tools as well to keep your teams run script, stand up meetings, and having the planning meetings, and you can plan your things, like whether it is going on track, the project is going on track, or the delivery is going on track or not. So everything you get it on the board side. We also have the project insights in it, where you can gain the new insight into the health of the status of your project. So it's a powerful analytical tool. And the dashboard visit. So you have a dashboard visit where you can see the status of whatever the projects that you want to do. For example, let's say you have some 10 tickets that you're working for current product or current release. So in that 10 products, in a 10 tickets, okay, for example, let's say you want to see how many tickets are open, how many are in development stage, how many are in testing phase, or how many are completed, how many are ready for UAT or ready for development, or ready for deployment to the production. In that case, right, you can have a dashboard view and you can see the product insights are available where you can see, oh, I have 10 tickets out of which, okay, 5 are in development, 3 are in testing, and 2 are ready for deployment, something like that. So we can get the status of complete over with the dashboards type of things. And you can also get more features, or you can also learn more stuff from the azure.com/devops. So you can go to that and you can just get the more related stuff on the Azure DevOps as well. So let's start with our next topic is Azure Repos. So what is Azure Repos is? So unlimited private Git repo hosting and support for TFVC. And so TFVC is a Team Foundation version control, and also that scales from hobby project to the world's largest Git repos as well. So you have even so two type of repos are available in Azure DevOps. One is TFVC, so Team Foundation Server Version Controlling, and also the Git repo is available. So I hope most of you are familiar with the Git repos. So works with your Git client, so securely connects with your push code with your into your Git repos from any IDE editor or Git client, and all these type of things it works. So for example, let's say you have a repo directly. First time you're doing it, you need to clone it, and once you are cloning the repos, then just publishing the means if you're done with your code checking, if you're done with all your codings and everything is working fine in your local, just push the code to the cloud repos and it will come and fall to the branch, the respective branch that you are working on it, and based upon that the next process goes on. So we have even webhooks and API integration as well. So for add validations and extensions from the marketplace to build your own webhooks and REST APIs. So that you can use that, and you have the semantic code such as well. Quickly you can find you can find for the file, or you can find for the code that you wanted, or any variables that you are understanding, or if something is gone, you can. It's very easy to find the code into the Git repos. So that is how it is, the small introduction of the Git repos. So then the next feature is Azure pipelines. So this is the cloud hosted pipelines for Linux, Windows, Mac OS. So recently they started with the Mac OS as well, with unlimited minutes for an open source. So for example, let's say you are creating an open source project, and where if you are creating an open source, Microsoft loves the open source, and so they give you a free unlimited build minutes for public project, up to 10 free parallel jobs across Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. So they love open source. Microsoft loves you with the open source, and if you're creating any open source project which is helpful for the world, so there you go. So you have unlimited build minutes. You need not wait like, oh, I need to create a server for building my project. I need to create Artifactory. I need to create Jenkins, and all this stuff is not required. Where you can have it here, it's free of cost for you guys. So let's see the in-depth of it, a little bit intro towards the Azure pipelines. So the cloud hosted pipelines as mentioned. So any language, any platform, any cloud, you can build, test, and deploy any Node.js application, Python, Java, PHP, C Hash, .NET, and Android and iOS apps as well. And you can run parallelly on the Mac OS, and you can also run on them on premises as well. You can have your agent. I see you can have them either on the cloud. You can use their own Microsoft agent which has been provided, or if not, if you are having a Visual Studio subscriber license which your organization is providing you, then you can create your own agent where you can run the builds as well. So the extensible feature is like explore and implement a wide range of community build test deployment tasks, along with hundred of extensions to Slack, to Sonar Cloud, and support for AML and reporting as well. Even the Azure pipeline support you for the containers like Docker Hub, and then Azure Container Repository, and Kubernetes as well. And then it is best in class for the open source. It ensures the fast integration, fast delivery for every open source project, and get unlimited builds for open source with up to 10 free parallel jobs across your Linux machine you wanted, or Mac OS, or Windows servers, all the server versions you are wanted, so that you can get it from here. So as said, Microsoft allows you the open source and they provide you the free unlimited for the public projects. But frankly speaking, our organizations are all private projects because we don't want to expose our source code to anybody else because it comes under like if they steal your code, then your application gets owned out. So that's the purpose where they give you only the private projects. And as administrators ourselves, we have to restrict like nobody else should create a public projects inside the organization. So that's the one of the administration task as well. And yeah, we'll discuss them in detail one by one in going forward videos. So let's see the Azure test plans. So you get an end-to-end traceability and run test and log defects from your browser. And you can also track and assess the quality throughput through your testing lifecycle. Okay. So this like you can capture the rich data scenario from your executing tests and discover if any defects are available. Then creating the tickets with the test case, you can create them and you can just assign back to the developer and developer will work on it. They will fix the code and again your test case runs on. So it's like all the features in one way you can go and use them in one by one. You can also use this to test across the web-based and desktop-based applications as well, and you can get the end-to-end traceability of the application from these Azure test plans. So that is about the test plans. We'll discuss that in detail in the coming videos. So what is the Azure artifacts as said? So you can create or share your Maven or NPN or NuGet packages from the feed or public and private sources that can fully be integrated with your CI/CD pipelines, and you can manage all your packages types. So get a universal artifact management for Maven or NPN or NuGet, or you can add your packages to any pipeline that you can share your pipeline accordingly in your own organization. And easily you can share the code efficiently from small team to large enterprises as well. So that's the reason where you have the artifacts here. So today let's see the demo of creating of an organization and what is the creation of the how to create a project in an organization, what are steps that are be required to create it, and let's see the overview of the features that we discussed. And I'll just give you the overview of the features. What is Azure DevOps and what is the repos, what is boards, what is pipelines, what is artifacts, and what is that. So how it looks like the view, the UI how it looks like. So today I'll give you the overview of it. Just give me a minute. I'll just open up the demo part. Let me bring up my browser here. So let's click on azure.microsoft.com, and when you go to products, there you have DevOps, and when you go to DevOps, you have DevOps section where you can click on Azure DevOps. So once you are into Azure DevOps, you will get this page like plans smarter, collaborate better, and ship faster to set your modern dev services. So you can just click on start free. When you click on start for free, then it will ask you to sign in your account. And so I'm already here logged in with this technobooster@gmail.com, and so let's get started. So when you click on it, it will ask to create a new organization. So let me give the security key and then we'll proceed further. So when we give that, let it give a second. Yep, there you are. So you get it like this, and where this is the current organization. So this is the complete URL. So dev.azure.com/technokickbuster. So this is completely this is so here you don't have any projects, so you'll not be having any projects. So you'll get just this, and then now let's see the completely what is organization and what is the basic setup that we have to do in order to create a project. So here I'm going to go to organization and just go to the boards process and then make the agile as a default process, and then we'll create a new project. Azure DevOps, and then yep, I'm going to create a new project. So let's give it like demo one, demo one. and just create, as I said before, right? So we have two type of version control. One is Team Foundation version control, and then we have Git as well. So let me take the Git, and then as I mentioned earlier, like I just change the setting, right? I just change it to Agile as a default, right? So I get an Agile default method and just click on create project. Yeah, this you get it for the first time. Need not worry. Just refresh the page. You get the demo page. So this left side, whatever the current page, wherever you are seeing, where you are finding your organization name, so that means this is left side, whatever the things that you are finding is the organizations. So this side we'll be calling it as organizations, and whatever the projects that we have it here, we'll be calling them as projects. So let's see the features that are available on inside the projects, and then we'll continue with the rest of the things in the videos. Okay. So let's click on this project. So all the services that we discussed before are like Azure, Bot, repos, pipelines, test plan, and artifacts. So that you get it as a left menu here. So and then you will be able to see that on the left side. So you have here the overview, the complete overview of your project. So you have ports, you have repos, you have pipeline, test file, test plan, and the artifact. So these are the services that you have to your project, and you can just click on them and you can manage them what are going forward. Okay. So let's click on the boards and just see what is the boards and what are the things are available. So has a method as a agile methodology. So we have these are the work item type. We call them as work item type, bug, epic, feature, issue, task, test case, and user story. So basically these are the types that are we are having on the agile methodology type. So then we have boards where based upon the state that you are having for the board, for example, let's say your user story is having okay, this is a welcome staff. You can just click on done, no worries. You can integrate them with your Slack, Jira, and all the stuff also, no worries. So when you click on the boards, right? So based upon the work item that you selected here on the team board, you will be able to see the ticket. Okay, for example, let's say you can create your new work item here. So that will be automatically falling into the user story. Okay, so the board is meant mainly for the user story type of thing, where you can for that you can add a task and you can do all your stuff here. Okay, so then you can drag and drop the tickets or whatever that you are having between the states. You can drag and drop them as well. So then you have even backlogs where, for example, let's say you are having two releases this month or three releases this month. So based upon the iteration that you get it here, so then based upon that you get your backlog. Since it is a plain project, you don't have anything, but we'll discuss them one by one, one by one. So then we have repos where this is the first time since we don't have anything. So let me initialize with just a normal readme.txt file. So this is the main branch. Okay? We call it as master or main branch. So that all that name also naming conversion also you can change them in the project settings. I'll just show them in a while. So here clicking on this, so you created a branches. Okay, when you come to the branches for this repository, you have see demo one is a repository and you have a main branch. So now what we do is we give this branch to the particular developer, and developer will have to clone this branch to his local new folder, and because it gives you the complete empty folder because it doesn't have anything, it just gives you the only the readme.txt file. Okay, so with this thing, right, what he does is he create a new project in that particular file and in the particular folder, and he pushes that code uh, to the particular branch, and based upon that we create the next process goes on from there. So then we have the pull request. For example, let's say you have two different branches and then you wanted to merge the two different branches on a particular request. So you create a pull request. So there are two ways to create a pull request. One thing is like either you can create automatically or you can create manually. So manually they do it for the few times they do it manually, but few stuff they automate. For example, let's say you wanted to enable the continuous integration and continuous deployment as well on the QA on the lower environments. Okay, lower environments are nothing but QA or SIT or UAT environments. Yeah, you can enable the continuous integration. Like for example, let's say on every morning 10 o'clock or every morning 6 o'clock you want to run your builds, you can run your builds on that particular time and automatically it goes on. So that method also I'll show you how to create a manual pull request, how to create an automation pull request. I'll show you that as well. So then we have the pipelines where so this is the main stuff. So CI pipelines where based upon this repository you'll be creating the pipelines here. So this is what the pipelines is. I'm sorry. So on the pipelines, you have the pipelines and releases. So CD, continuous deployment. Continuous deployment is nothing but you wanted to move either to Azure, to your on-prem services, or to AWS, or any to GCP, or any public cloud or hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud, you can use these releases. And then you have the test plans as usual. So you can generate your test plans and put them here, and you can write your test cases. So once the build is run, automatically it will take the test class and the test cases, and it will run and give you the respective data that is required for the stuff. And then you also have the artifacts. So basically the artifacts, as I said, right? So you can store, you can create a feed for your pipelines, and you can feed for your organization where what type of packages that you wanted to use for the particular project or for a particular thing, or for to build the completely to build an application, what type of packages, either it is a Maven package or NuGet package, or whatever the things that you wanted. You create a feed from here. So that feed, you will be using it in all the pipelines or Artifactory to store your data. It gives you the input to the pipeline. So that is how it is. So basically, these are the features that are available inside the project. So then we'll discuss more stuff regarding this in coming videos. So thank you all for your time and for your valuable time here. So feel free to like, share, and subscribe and comment if you have anything on this video. We'll get in touch soon. Again, I'll be coming up with a new video. Just stay tuned. This is your creator Abhi signing off. Take care.